It's 1 minute, Prabhuji, so we are coming. Okay, this is good.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, sorry, I was delayed by 3 minutes.
No problem, Prabhu. Thank you so much for your honesty and
So
sincerity.
Lal Prabhu is calling and I was have to take the call.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devi Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudire Nastprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sivaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloki Bhakti Bhavati Nastaki. हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांता नमस्तुते तप्त कंचना गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशकल्पातरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः शंभो भक्तवृंद जयनंद कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय नमो विष्णु पादाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 नाम संकीर्तन की जय हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय 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 श्री श्री इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य हरि divine की जय प्रभुपाद की जय सिमल भक्तवृंद की जय नित्य गौरा प्रेमनंदी हरि हरि बोल His Grace Karda Muni Prabhu ki jai. Hare Krishna. So before we start the discussion, I would just like to remind and talk a little bit about Karda Muni Prabhu. Karda Muni Prabhu was living here in St. Louis for many years. He was a senior devotee, disciple of Ved Vyas, Priya Swami Maharaj. And when I was moving St. Louis to from Dallas to St. Louis, I was trying to find a place where can I go and live. And then in my search, I met Kardamuni Prabhu, found out that he is living in Chesterfield. So I wanted to stay close to devotee's house. That's how, you know, that was one of the prominent factor for us to find a place and start living in Chesterfield. Very, very nice and sincere devotee. I'm sure many of you would have, personal experience with him. Nadia Kishore Prabhu for sure. Ashok Prabhu, I am sure that
Yeah.
you had multiple level of communication and discussion with him. Gopal Gatu Prabhu, I'm sure you might have seen him, right, Prabhu? Gopal Gatu Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. I did. I
Yeah.
got to talk him. Yeah.
And Ramanand Saran Prabhu, Ramanand Saran Prabhu, do you remember? Vardhamuni
Yeah,
Prabhu.
yeah.
Yeah. And Dasyant
Yes,
Mataji, do
Prabhu.
you know about him?
Yes, Prabhuji. Meeta
Yes.
Mataji's father, right?
Yeah, yeah. So all of you have at hand personal experience with him. And when he was in Naperville, uh, me and my wife, we went there like few times. Every time, we go there, uh, it was emotional kind of get together. And then every morning he will get up. He has a nice altar. He was very quiet, but very, internally focused on Krishna consciousness. So he has a very nice deity. And every morning he will get up. He was, he had some other health issue. So he will get up, around 5 o'clock, take shower, and then he will every day dress up his deity, put the fresh flower, and then he will do Mangla Aarti, he will chant Tulsi prayer, and then he will do Guru Puja, and he will do Aarti. Once or twice when I was there, he would ask me to do Kirtan. And very nicely, he will decorate the deity and very focused, not too much, here and there. I think he had very little or almost no anartha, very helpful. Whenever anybody will approach, they would try their best to help. Many times he brought medicine for my wife from India without, charging us anything. He will send the medicine from Nepal we live in. So very, very, nice devotee. And he passed away. Since his departure, I've been thinking where he has gone, where he has gone and what is his destination. Whatever understanding I have of Krishna consciousness, I think he perfected his life by performing the devotional service. he went to India, and he departed in the Holy Land of India. So all of that thing, more or less, on Ekadasi day. So everything, if I put together, for sure, uh, he got powerful destination somewhere, Golok Vrindavan, or his associates of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that is reflecting back on our consciousness, that how we are taking the process of Krishna consciousness and how we are dealing with it. Recently, we had three, bad news that me and my wife heard, and we have been kind of thinking about all of this. Kardamuni Prabhu passing away, then one of my relatives in India passed away, then one of my relative's son also passed away. So all of that, so many people coming and going, and one day we have to also leave. Sure, we have to leave. It's just a matter of time. We all are preparing for our death. So how we prepare, that is the thing all the time right now running in my mind, that what I am doing, how can I do to please, Krishna and to please his devotees. So that should be the, goal. Our goal should be to just focus on Krishna consciousness in a very bona fide way. There are many things to be done, but again, the first thing first, what is our topmost priority? And we should try to focus on our topmost priority. And what is topmost priority? Anya vilasita sunyam gyan karmadi anavritam anukulyanu krishnanu bhakti uttam. Very clearly, Rupa Goswami has given the definition. So I think we should just, adhere to the pure bhakti and be ready, be ready to depart and leave anytime, because that's the reality, right? Right, Asuk Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu, that's what it is. There's no other
There
option.
is no other alternative, right?
Yeah.
There is no other alternative. That's granted for sure.
Yes.
So we have to really, really turn our lifestyle. I'm trying, I'll try my best to turn my lifestyle and live on the principle of anavritam. Gyan karma dhyana. I'll try my best. It's very important. Don't know what thing will happen. Thank you so much. So we are in chapter 11, Lord Krishna entrance into Dwarka. And this two chapters, chapter 10 and 11, has been pinnacles of expression of Krishna consciousness, or the expression when one is in the pinnacle of their Krishna consciousness. How? In chapter 10, there was pain of separation. All Hastinapur resident, they are feeling the separation. And our acharyas have given a beautiful example, not citing the Pandavas, too much. In the previous chapter, you saw, not citing the great rishis and saintly persons, who were present there. Not citing, some exalted Vaishnava. Rather, they are citing the ladies of Hastinapur. And then they are saying, see their prayers. Their prayers are exactly the essence of what is presented in the Vedic knowledge. So the separation is being felt from bottom to top. Everybody is feeling separation of going away from Krishna. And when Krishna is coming in the Dwarka, now there is pleasure, happiness of union. After so many years, all the queens and the residents of Dwarka, they are seeing Krishna. So that's what we are going from separation to union. And in both cases, there is expression of love and devotion towards Krishna. So that's also is one of the example, that either we meet with devotee or we separate devotee. Satataya smartaya Vishnu, vismartaya na jatsut. Smaranatmika bhakti. Whatever stage we are in, we should always try to remember Krishna. Always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna. So these are some of the beautiful examples that is presented through these two chapters. But in nutshell, I just wanted to remind you also that what we are basically going through is studying the answers which was given for these three questions. So after 6 set of questions were answered by Sutta Goswami, then sages headed by Sonak Rishi is asking about Srimad Bhagavatam, and that part we completed. Then we are going through this second segment, that how Parikshit Maharaj took birth and then his pastime. So that part we are going through, just to give you reminder that we are trying to answer how Parikshit Maharaj took birth. So after this chapter, chapter 12, we'll straight talk about birth of Parikshit Maharaj. But so far, we have been setting the scene, right? From chapter 8 to chapter 9 to chapter 10 to chapter 11. All these 4 chapters are very much giving the background, what's going on in the background. We heard the story of Mother Uttara. She was pregnant and Krishna saved. We didn't talk about much. So from next chapter, we'll pick up from there. So we kind of, had a glimpse of everything to set the good scene. And then we are proceeding towards birth of Parikshit Maharaj. So as Krishna was passing through the street of Dwarka, his insatiable beauty is expressed here. Nityam nirichamana nam yadapi dwaraka kaukasam na vitrapayanti hi trishaha siriyo tamangam achyutam. So nityam nirichamana nam. Nirichamana nam means inspecting. Krishna's beauty is a reservoir of pleasure, right? It says that that they are nityam, they are always witnessing the beauty, but they are never satisfied. It's insatiable beauty. They are never satisfied to see the beauty of Supreme Personality of Godhead. It's just the imagination at this point for us. We can't imagine because we haven't seen anybody who will look like Krishna's. So 4 aspects of Lord Vishnu we finished last time, or Lord Krishna, and then we'll get into the new topic. Shriyo Nivaso Yashoraha Yashoraha Pan Patram Mukham Drisham Bahavo Loka Palanam Sharanganam means his feet. Padam Bhujan. So Shriyo here refers to the best, the best. So goddess of fortune. The Lord's chest is abode of the Shriyo, Srimati Lakshmi Devi. And Pan Patram Mukham Drisham. His moon-like face is the drinking vessel for eyes. And his arms are resting place for the administrative demigods. It says Lokapalanam. So Lokapalanam here is demigods. And then Saranganam Padam Bhujam. And Sharan Agam, his lotus feet, Padam Abhujam. His lotus feet are the refuge of pure devotee who never talk or sing of any subject except his lordship. So then we will get into this other set of verses. It says Sitap Atra Bajaner Upaskritaha Prashuna Varshair. Varsar means rain. Abhivarsitah Pathi path. Pishang Vashvan Malaya Babhau Ghano Yatha Arko Udipo Chap Vadyutha hai. Vadhut, Vidhut, electricity. So from there it's coming Vadhuta, plural of Viduta. I think Viduta would never have the plural because it's, let's see. So Sita Patra says here white umbrella. So as Krishna was walking on the street, devotees were keeping umbrella on top of his head. So this white umbrella, the analogy is given here, is like orca, sun, and chamra, Vajnair, chamra. So you'll see in the picture, as Krishna is going, there is umbrella on his head, and then devotees are doing chamra. So that chamra is like Udupa, like moon. And Prashuna Varashayar, devotees were showering the flower. And that showering of flowers are like stars. So sun, moon, a star. And Pisanga Vasa is yellow garment. So this is a, quiz. I remember when I was doing this course, I had a quiz and there was question. Can you, objective that what this yellow garment of Krishna is compared to? So yellow garment of Krishna is compared to Vaidhuta, lighting. It was like yellow garment, lighting. And Vanyamalaya, Vanyamalaya, his flower garland was like rainbow. Wow, such a nice rainbow in the sky. And the Lord's beauty is Ghana, cloud. So take picture of this screen, please, if you can. And this is something that we'll ask in the exam also for sure. So Lord's umbrella is like sun. Chamra is like moon. The flower that is being showers upon him is like stars. His yellow garment is like lightning. His flower garlands are like rainbow, and his complexion, ghana, and like cloudy. So this is given. Let's move to the next verse. After entering the house of his father, his mother embraced Krishna, and he offered obeisances to them. In great delight, as milk flowed from their breast, the mother put him on their laps, and their tears moistened the Lord. So Krishna is right now grandfather. But still, when the mother saw Krishna, their breasts started flowing with milk. So as we are going to hear some confidential subject here, but don't this is the subject that should have been discussed in 10th canto, but then Acharya says that this is the teaser, this is just the advertisement for devotee to have taste for 10th canto. It's kind of, when you have a big movie, they give the trailer, right? So that's what we are going through. So it's a very confidential subject, but don't see that as a as a material dealing. The attachment or attraction that his wife has for Krishna is not attraction that is driven by Kamdev, Cupid. It's not like that, It's all transcendental expression of love of exalted devotee, Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's why we talk about this 5 rasa. These rasas are natural rasa, natural expression of the love for Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we don't see those, from the mundane perspective. So when the breasts of mothers are floating to feed milk to Krishna, that's the pinnacle of Vatsalya. Okay, so that's how we have to see. Thereafter, the Lord entered his palaces, which were perfect to the fullest extent. His wives lived in them, and they numbered over 16,000. So 16,108 queens were residing in the Dwarka palace, and Krishna will expand for all of the queens, and all of the queens, they would think that they have their own family, where Krishna is the father or the honor of the master of the family, and then they have kids, grandkids. So how Krishna managed that? It's inconceivable. Achitya, it's not something that one's chitta, one's intelligence, achintaya, one cannot conceive it. It's inconceivable how Krishna did it. But he had 16,108 wives, and all of those wives will think that Krishna is only with her. The queens of Lord Krishna rejoiced within their minds to see their husband home after a long period abroad. So Krishna was in Hastinapur. Now he's coming back to Dwarika. So the kings rejoiced in their mind to see their husband. So visually, they are seeing. They have not yet touched or come in front of Krishna. The queens got up at once from their seats and meditations. As was socially customary, they covered their faces shyly and looked about coyly. So they are very shy because they have their seniors there, right? It's Vedic culture, right? So you have parents-in-laws there, senior sisters, mothers, their family. So they are very shy. Atmajair dristivir antaratmana durant bhava parire bhire patim nirudham api ashravad ambu netrayo vilajitanam vilajit, shyness, vilajitanam bhrigu uraya pekallavat. So how they are, when they saw the Lord, they're very shy. Okay. So first they embraced Krishna within their heart. Okay. So this is another beautiful example. They're not able to come to Krishna because Krishna is surrounded by the citizens and senior members of the Dwarka. So they are seeing Krishna. So just first they are embracing Krishna within their heart, my dear Lord. And devotees, as a devotees, what we do, we embrace Krishna by our heart. We have no understanding, my dear Lord. I'm at your feet. I'm at your feet. So they embraced Krishna with their heart. And then they saw visually. So they embraced Krishna first by their heart, then through their eyes. And then they sent their son. And when their son embraced Krishna, through their embracement, the queens embraced Krishna, though trying to restrain their feelings. They were trying to restrain their feeling, inadvertently shed tears from their eyes. So pinnacle of union. Separation also tears, right? And in union also tears. A sattvic vikar, Chaitanya Charitamrita talks about it, that when bhakti is at the pinnacle, then just by hearing the name of Krishna, one's hair will stand, body will start severing, eyes will start tearing. We can't even imagine that devotion. We're not even close. So much confusion is still. What to do, what not to do, where to go, where not to go. But how we'll come to that stage? These devotees are at that stage. So these are very deep expression of bhakti. Very, very deep expression of bhakti. This is a practical expression. That's how I should say. This is a practical, expression of pinnacle of bhakti, which might appear ordinary. So ordinarily people, or the people who are not understanding Krishna consciousness, they'll just read through like mundane story. This happened, that happened, that happened, that happened. But Acharyas are meditating upon it. And Sutta Goswami is telling this to sages of Naimisaranya. He is meditating like this. He's releasing when he's sharing. This something like that happened. Something like that happened. Something like that happened. So Sutta Goswami is releasing it, meditating on it. So we have to, as we are going through this, we have to also try to get that mood, meditation. We are meditating on this expression. Although Lord Krishna was constantly by their sides, as well as exclusively alone, his feet appeared to them to the newer and newer. The goddess of fortune, although by nature always restless and moving, could not quit the Lord's feet. So what woman can be detached from those feet, having once taken shelter of them? Again, wives have seen the feet of Krishna or the husband. They have touched the feet. But still it says Pade Pade. At every step, Navam Navam, it appearing new to them. They are still very attached to the feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead. They don't feel like that they have seen these feet. The Lord was pacified. This is another beautiful verse. Evam Nripanam Chiti Bhar Janmanam Janmanam Akshau Akshauhini Vihi Pravrita Tejasham Vidhaya Vairam Swasano Yatha Analam means fire, Yatha Analam Mitho Badheno Parato Niryayuddha. I read this verse because we will discuss a little bit. The Lord was pacified after killing those kings who were burdensome on the earth. Pritana Sadhunam Vinasaya Duskritam. They were puffed up with their military strength, their horses, elephants, chariots, infantry, etc. He himself was, point to be noted, Acharyas are outpraying Krishna. He himself was not a party in the fight. He himself was not a party in the fight. What he did, he simply created hostility between the powerful administrators and they fought amongst themselves. And then there is an analogy given. Beautiful analogy given. Krishna was not part of any fighting. He was not personally taking part in the fighting, but he simply created hostility between the powerful administrators and they fought amongst themselves. How? Example is given when two bamboos are rubbing over each other. This rubbing is happening. Please note down also, very important analogy. When two bamboo sticks are rubbing over each other, that phenomena of rubbing is being driven by wind. So wind is blowing, and due to blow of the wind, the bamboo sticks are rubbing over each other. So he was like the wind, which caused friction between the bamboos. And that friction sparked a fire. And that fire burned themselves. So Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says that there are three doors to the hell: Kam, Krodha, and Lobh. He says Kam, lust, Krodha.
But one thing, Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhuji.
So those kind of people, na, they get together. They'll shake hands and they'll try to destroy the sadhu people in general.
Yeah.
If you take a Duryodhana or anyone, so they were to friendship with Jarasandha. So many things are there like that. So those kind of demonic quality people, they get together. No?
Yeah.
How they quarrel each other.
So Duryodhana fought with Pandavas, right? They never get together. From the very childhood, Duryodhana had envy for Pandava. So Adharma has envy for Dharma, right?
But
But in that,
here it says among the Adharma people they quarrel each other, and that's what it says, no?
what it
No,
says,
yeah, I think Narayan Prabhu's question is that I understand his question is that it's not the demonic people he engaged in fighting together. It's between the demonic and the pious people, but he was not party to either of those. He just supported dharma to establish the dharma. Is that correct understanding, Ramacharya Prabhu?
now I'm trying to understand Nadia Kishore's question. So I still have not very clear understanding. I think Prabhu is saying, if I understand correctly, that those like the parties of Kaurava, they had friendship among themselves, right? So
Yeah.
they didn't fight. That's what you were saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, what
did not fight among themselves.
But they
They're
fought with
always fighting with Pandavas, no? So,
yeah, right.
but here in this sloka it says the fight between this Adharma people itself, and the friction happens and they die. That's what it's
The
saying.
Lord was pacified after killing those who were burdensome to the earth, right? So Paritanaya Sadhunam, Duskritam, right. So whoever is like Duryodhana that you are referring here, they were
Mhm.
killed. Ravana was killed by Ram. They were puffed up with their military strength, their horses, elephants, chariot, etc. So where it says that
So I'm talking about bamboo, that the friction between bamboo and
Prabhuji, here it says, right, he simply created hostility between the powerful administrators and
yes,
they fought amongst themselves.
yes, that's
yes,
what I'm
And
saying.
that's where it is saying like the analogy between bamboos and the sparks of fire. So
uh-huh.
Narayan Prabhu is saying that here powerful administrators
It's
are
like Arjun. Arjun is powerful. Arjun is not
Yeah.
powerful.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying, that it's what Narayan Prabhu is saying is he's thinking that it's only the fight between the miscreants or
No,
the
no.
impious people, but it's the
Yeah.
pious and impious both.
Pious,
Are
pious,
fighting.
pious and impious. Yes, pious and
Yes,
impious. So
Oh, okay.
there is conflict on the basis of religious understanding, right? Dharma versus adharma, right?
Mhm.
Uh, Shura versus Ashura. Demoniac quality versus divine
Mm.
quality, right? Chapter 16 of Bhagavad Gita talks about it.
yeah,
So, both divine demoniac quality also are administrator. Hiranyakashipu was administrator, right? All of these, other rakshasas who fought with demigods, like just
Mm.
take the example of fight. How many times demons have fought with demigods? Not once, twice, right? Infinite many times. Everywhere you will see, Kal Nemi, this Nemi, that Nemi coming and fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting, right? So they are fighting with each other. Two powerful administrator, they are fighting with each other. And in particular, this verse, it's been cited the fighting that happened in Kurukshetra, the battlefield of Kurukshetra, where so many powerful, kings were there assembled in the Kurukshetra, and they fought among themselves. But Krishna personally didn't fight. He personally didn't fight. So that's what is, says here, that he was like the wind, which caused friction to happen between the bamboos, and then the fire sparked. So by the friction, bamboo is the cause. And the friction of the bamboo is cause for fire to take place. But wind is very important cause. So Sarvakaran Karnam is Krishna. In fact, this can be also cited sometimes to prove the concept that Krishna is cause of all the causes. This particular verse can be cited also. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Are you good?
Yes, Prabhu, I got it now.
Sayesa Naraloka Ashmin. And this is another beautiful verse. Atirnaha Swamayaya. Swamayaya. Reme Istri Ratna Utastau Bhagwan Prakrito Yatha. So this verse says that the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, out of his causeless mercy, appeared on this planet by his eternal potency, Swamayaya, and Rame Istri Ratnakutastho, and enjoyed himself amongst competent women, as if he were engaging in mundane affair. One should not see. That's what happens, right? Ordinary people, they'll be, oh, Krishna did something immoral. Who you are to say Krishna did something immoral? Are you even understanding the relationship? You know, so while everything is being cited, I think Sudha Goswami very nicely cited this thing that Shayesa not a loke Yasmin, not a loke, this material world. Autirna Swamayaya. Krishna is coming through Swamayaya. And we have talked about that many times, that we have not chosen our caste, creed, country of birth, our gender, our education, how educated I will be, and he or she will be. Nothing has been chosen by us. Nothing. Tell me one thing. Even your happiness or distress is not chosen by you. You have even no control that tomorrow for sure you will be happy whole day. So conditioned living being, they don't see this thing. They don't see this thing, and they compare. They think that I have become Krishna, I have become God. No, Krishna is not doing all of that thing under the control of Mahamaya. We are under Mahamaya, but Krishna is doing everything under Swamaya. What is this Swamaya? Can somebody help me understand? What is this Swamaya? What is referring to?
His own potency,
So what is that?
his internal potency.
Yogmaya, yes.
Yogmaya, yeah.
Yeah.
Yogmaya.
So Maya has two types, Yogmaya and Mahamaya. So here Swamaya is talking about his Yogmaya potencies. Yes, you are right. Although the queen's beautiful smiles and furtive glances were all spotless and exciting. And
Prabhuji,
although, yeah,
one question in the earlier one, you said that
yes, ma'am.
we do not choose anything. That is right. But based on our desires, we I'm trying to say that we are given some independence, right? Some free will is given to the living entity. So based on that, we are making some choices, and being in the devotion, our desires are driven in certain direction, and when we are not in the path of uh, spirituality, we are driven in a different direction. So we do make some choices, right? I'm just trying to understand. There is a little bit of free will that is given to the living entity.
Yeah, there is minute freedom given to a living entity, and that is the quality of a conscious being. All the conscious being has a minute degree of independence, and they are using their independency, but your desire is being you have desire for sure. You are shaping certain desire, and Prabhupada many places says that that desire is going to fructify in your next life as a specific type of body, a specific type of surrounding, and all of that. But the point is that being mentioned here is that can you desire to be something that you are not? You know, can you, can you, or even if you desire certain thing, do you have fully control? Like for example, certain desire may give you birth in India. Okay. Okay. Maybe you have, certain desire that's causing you birth in India. But again, there is so many layers where you will take birth, which state you will take birth, which family will take birth, what type of, surrounding you will be in. Are you going to be with people who are atheists, or are you going to be people who are theist? All of that, there is no control. There is no control. Yes, living being has minute free will, but that minute free will is not sufficient to to predict your future.
Yes, yes, agreed, Prabhu. We do not have
Krishna
any control on the result.
Krishna has, in third canto, there is beautiful discussion, and we'll talk, once we get there. There is beautiful discussion between Maitreya and Vidura. So Vidura is asking the same questions, that how this thing works. Then Maitreya is saying that living being has potential. Don't take it wrong. We're not saying that, Maitreya Muni is saying that Krishna has given potential to living being. Living being has the potential. But when they start misutilizing the potential, then they are fully controlled by external energy of the Krishna. And when when you are controlled by somebody else, then where is your peak? Are you following, Mataji?
Yes,
I don't
yes.
know.
Yes, absolutely, Prabhu. So basically, when we are conditioned, we have either way we are under Krishna's control. There is no doubt about it. But I'm just saying about the small, minute free will that we have, which can be used in the right direction. In terms of Guru Shastra, Shastra and Sadhu in that direction, then still we are under control of Krishna. It's not that we are doing anything. We are just an instrument there. But at least we know what it is like based on what our shastras are quoting, what our guru is telling us.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yes,
if we did not have free will, then we would not be sitting in Krishna consciousness.
right.
I think it's a simple thing, So because if there was no free will at all, or even that little free will for us to really choose things to do, then we would not survive. I mean, you cannot just be. Then I think then the concept of Krishna consciousness would fail, actually, because think about it, that Srila Prabhupada, he came from all over India to come here and then spread Krishna consciousness. So if people he did not force, if people did not have free will and Krishna's mercy on him, how would people be accepting Krishna consciousness? I think that's so. So I think there should be yes, the free will is minute, but it's very significant. Where people, I mean, it's based on our previous life vasanas and all that. But if we choose to put that in right direction, I think that's what really matters. So, but Ramachandra Prabhu, you could probably elaborate on that more.
Oh, thank you, Prabhu. So, but one thing that I'm still trying to understand from Mataji. So, are you saying that even if we are under the control of Mahamaya, we are still being controlled by Krishna?
No,
That's
even Mahamaya is also under the control of Krishna.
right.
So that's what I'm saying, basically.
So, where it leads to then? What conclusion you made out of this?
No, I'm saying that when you said that we do not have any control, I'm saying that we do have some free will where we make the choices. And based on those choices, we are put in different directions.
Oh, so you were saying that you have control over your next body.
No, I'm saying that we have control on our desires, what we really want to do.
But here is the thing, Mataji. I understand your question now, but here is the thing. So don't you think, or I'm asking you questions. Are you not desiring to be pure devotee, like perfected pure devotee, just now?
We want to be Prabhu. That is
No,
what
no.
Sadhaka
Let me go step by step, Mataji, if you allow me. So are you not planning to be pure devotee like Prabhupada right now?
Yes.
But can you be right
Yeah.
now?
We eventually, after some life,
Eventually. So
right?
what is between you and eventually? Something uncontrolled factor, right?
Yes.
That's the conditioning. That's
Yes.
the conditioning.
Yes.
So you have a free will, Mataji. I have a free will. There is concept of swabhav, and then there is concept of shraddha. Okay. So shraddha says that, like for example, I want to be pure devotee. If Krishna will give me, that strength, I don't want to work. I just want to, always engage in Krishna conscious activity and just think about Krishna. But can I do it right now? I'm not doing it. I still have job, family. I still have,
You're
a
still
lot of
doing
things there.
something, Prabhu. You're not like the conditioned soul. You're still
Hold on,
doing
Mataji,
something.
1 minute. Let me explain it. So, so, so Swabhava is still there, right?
Yes.
So that Swabhava is controlled by Mahamaya. So there is still some element of our existence. I don't know, my hand is raised. Why? I don't know. There's some element of our Swabhava that we have no control. I don't want anger. I don't want greed. I don't want lust. But still, purification has not happened completely. So I have these elements. So if I leave this body at this stage, although I have Shraddha, Krishna will help me at some point, okay? But there are some uncontrolled factor that takes place.
Yes,
Living
Prabhu.
being has, so that's the part. So, yeah, if you are perfected pure devotee, Mataji, Nitya Siddha, if you become, sadhana Siddha, we talked about that a little bit later. So if you become like perfected in your devotion and you have no contamination, then you would be, then you are free from the clutch of Mahamaya. And then whatever desire you have, you can have, Bhakti Yogena Mansi. What is that verse? Bhakti Yogena Mansi Samyak Pranhite Amale. So unless and until there is Mansi Amali, unless until there is mind perfected somewhere completely, unless and until mind is not completely perfected, pranahite, by firm, fixed resolution in Bhakti Yoga, one cannot claim things like that. So understand, if we have some minute independence, okay, but that not minute independence that we have, that is not sufficient enough to predict unless and until our contamination is gone and we are living the life on the base of Shraddha, not on Swabhava. So what you said is right, but we have some minute independence and most of us are agreeing with that concept that there is some minute independence, but that minute independence is not sufficient enough to predict unless and until conditioning is not completely removed.
And how does the conditioning will be removed, Prabhuji?
The Siddhartha Sadhu Sangha Bhajan Kriya Anartha Nivritti nectar of devotion. Bhakti Yogena Manasi. Engage in devotional service. Samyak Pranahite with fixed firm resolution. Shraddha Sabda Vishwas Kahadir Nishaya. That's what it's a whole this course is being done for that thing. We are studying Bhakti Sastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, nectar of devotion, nectar of instruction, Bhagavatam class, all of that is being done to come to that stage.
Yes, Prabhuji. All I'm saying is it is possible. Maybe not now, but sometime in some lifetime, as we go, when all the stars align our bhakti, and once we get purified, and
So
that is real.
Dinahina, it's very important. Bhakti, when you are advancing in devotional service, Mataji, it will bring meekness. No, it will, the realization of the opulence of Supreme Personality of Godhead, when it happens, the living beings start feeling meek. Why? Because, oh my gosh, how powerful the Lord is and how weak I am. So when we study 10th canto, the pastime of Damodar Lila, there are two factors: endeavor and
Mercy.
yes. So we should not, we are the beggar. We are begging the feet of devotees, begging the feet of our acharyas, begging the feet of all the, Etikam Sakalapumsa Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam. We are beggars. We are begging. Please, I know I have done a lot of. If we are not seeing how wretched and poor and contaminated we are, then purification is not happening. So we never claim. We know, although Krishna, in 12th canto, chapter 14, verse 8, the verse comes, Tatyanukampasu Sukshamano. What is the meaning of that verse? The one who is very humbly, with due submission, engage in devotional service of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So yes, we are doing bhakti, but this bhakti should not bring any kind of pride in oneself.
That
Or
could be again contamination if pride.
yes. So just to little bit go back to what you said. One day I'll do it. I don't know, my dear Lord. I don't know. I'm not sure that what will happen after. Right now I'm engaged in devotional service. All of us are engaged, but something will happen in our life. I'll fight with somebody. I'll stop coming to temple, and then I'll have somebody, from outside will come and take me off. I want to be even able to do the bhakti. Right now I'm doing. So we are praying the, Supreme Lord and devotee that please be merciful and engage me, keep me in your association and pray for me so that I can continue. There is no even guarantee that I can do bhakti, because did I do bhakti when I was before 26 years old? No. Bhakti started between 26 to 50. So this 24 years I have been in what is guarantee that remaining of the year I'll do the bhakti? So we always basically go down and know that, by the mercy of Guru Shastra and Sadhu, I'm doing it, and Krishna can only make me whatever he wants to do. Only he can make me devotee. I have the potential, but also I don't have intelligence to use that potential. So anytime I can lose that potential. So I'm begging, oh Sadhu, oh Vaishnava, I am, there is a song that Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that I am basically dog at the houses of devotee. Great Acharya showing us. So humility, due humility, going down is what is important, so that we can last longer, we can sustain longer in the bhakti. Anytime, anything can happen. In Prabhupada's movement, big devotees, world-renowned devotee. Krishna will help them. They lost the track. So that's the point, we have to understand. Yes, we have free independence, but that independence can anytime be misdiverted. It can be taken in the different direction, because still the mind is not purified. Intelligence is not purified. So we can be misled by our mind and intelligence. Right now, by mercy of Guru Shastra and Sadhu, by devotees, we are engaged, but that engagement cannot be granted. Is it clear, Mataji? Or you have follow-up?
Yes, Prabhuji.
You
I
have some
think we are
follow-up?
just no, we are talking on the same terms. we are on the same page from the beginning. I didn't see any diversion at all. I don't know, maybe you didn't feel like that, but I was saying the same thing too.
Okay. So if you're saying the same thing, then it's good. I thought that, the way I heard it, I thought that you are taking some degree of guarantee.
No.
Yeah. So
No,
that
I'm
is
saying
that
that
is not a good, that's not a good indication that, okay, I'm doing bhakti now and I have become the pure devotee, and nothing will happen now. I can take it all the way. No, I
I'm
cannot say
saying
that.
that
You can say that. others can say that. If you ask me, I'm always depending on the mercy of you all, mercy of sadhu, mercy of the person who has firm faith in Krishna. And they are the one. I have, my minute independence, but I know that any time it will be taken away. I'll be, given different directions, and that's all. And that's what Maya does. Maya is each and every step. It's not basically working only on the karmic. It's testing. What Maya does, test. So we are also being tested. So we have to beg that, my dear Lord, let me pass the exams. That this Maya is. Okay, thank you. So I lost the track where I was. Okay, I think this verse. So although Lord Krishna was constantly in their sights as well as exclusively alone, his feet appeared to them to be newer and newer. Here you go. Why they are thinking the feet of Krishna is newer and newer? They could say that I have served your feet. I know who you are, right? No, padam padam, every step it appears new. The goddess of fortune, although by nature always restless and moving, could not quit Lord's feet, so that women can be detached from those feet, having once taken shelter. So what women can be? Yeah. So who can? Who can? Nobody, right? Who has understanding of Krishna's opulence and beauty, how they can be detached from the lotus feet of Supreme Lord. And then it says that the Lord was pacified after killing those kings. Okay, so we have gone through that. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, out of his causeless mercy. Oh, I think we have gone through all of these verses. So let's see this one. Can we finish? I have one more slide. Can we just go through it, devotees, and get it done
Yes, Prabhu.
today? Okay.
Yes.
So although Queen's beautiful smiles and furtive glances were all spotless and exciting, and although they could conquer Cupid himself, here you go, by making him give up his bow in frustration, and although even the tolerant Shiva could fall victim to them, still, despite of all their magical feats and attractions, they could not agitate the senses of the Lord. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful concept here. Those queens were so beautiful that even Cupid himself will give up his bow in frustration. What does it mean? So they're so beautiful that Lord Shiva even can get victimized by it. I'm not saying that. That's what the verse is. Please read that. It's translation. You can go into the Srimad Bhagavatam and see that. And those women have such a strong attraction to Krishna. So in material attraction, the attraction is coming due to Kamdev, right? Kamdev will throw his bow, and then that bow creates attraction for the women. But here, Kamdev is getting frustrated. He's saying that I haven't even thrown my bows. But how, inconceivable again, how these women have so much attraction for Krishna? Beautiful concept. So that attraction, that's conjugal attraction. It's not driven by Kamdev, transcendental. I'm incompetent to explain this. I can tell you for sure. I don't have understanding. I'm just reading the verse. It says that the attraction that those wives of Krishna has for Krishna is not driven by Kamdev, by Cupid. So it's transcendental attraction. So one should not think that somebody who is very beautiful, like these wives, can agitate the mind of Krishna. Krishna's mind is not agitated by someone's beauty, someone's smiles. His mind is captivated by someone's devotion. someone's bhakti, someone's love of expression. Beautifully applies here. Whatever degree one is surrendered to me, Krishna says, I reward them accordingly. So in that accordance, Krishna is rewarding. It's not driven by material. I remember one day Gopal Prabhu was asking questions in our Bhagavatam reading. Very beautifully question he asked that if Mother Yasoda would think Krishna is son, then she would never chastise. Very beautiful question he asked. She would never chastise, but she's chastising. Why? Pastime of Krishna is happening due to presence of Yog Maya. Yog Maya is doing it. So Yog Maya does perfect blend of everything. She can create the omnisciency as needed, and she can bring the forgetfulness as needed. Perfect blend, so that everybody can play their role and rejoice their expression towards Lord. That's why ignorant people think of the Lord, though uncontaminated by matter, as a human being. One of themselves contaminated by matter because of seeing unappealing behavior, such as his compliances with Satyabhama attachment, getting to Parijata tree. So somebody may think that he is following the order, like a hen-pecked husband, they say. You have to do this. Example is given that he brought the Parijata tree for Satyabhama. One would think that he's acting like an ordinary husband. The ignorant people can think like that, but acharyas are meditating on that. This is the power of the Lord. Though he is situated in the Prakriti, he is not affected by the guna which are situated in him. Mataji was saying that these gunas are external energy, Mahamaya, situated within him, but he is not impacted by it. That is the power of Lord. Atma Ramasya Muniyo Nirgantho api urukme kurvanti hetu ki bhakti etam gun guto hari. This is the quality of Hari that even Atma Rams, who has nothing to do with anything, such as Sutta Goswami, such as Vyasdev, they have nothing to do with anything else. Sukadeva Goswami, nothing to do with anything else, but they are still engaged in devotional service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So imagine that type of devotion. What is that? We ordinary human being, we have to just imagine and pray. So those wives, again, Prabhuji, Gopal Gadu Prabhu, answer back to your question. Those wives bewildered by Lord Yog Maya, not capable of estimating the powers of their husband, considered the Lord to be under the control of their love and their womanly natures, just as intelligence by itself cannot know the Lord. So now one will ask, Krishna was residing with those women. So how those women didn't know? Right, Prabhu? That will be follow-up questions. It says that bewildered by Lord's Yog Maya. Okay, so all the pastime of Supreme Personality of Godhead is happening under the guidance of Lord's Yog Maya. And what Yog Maya does is that it equally creates omnisciency and it equally creates forgetfulness, so that the relationship is fully enjoyed. Okay, so that's how this chapter ends. We are done with 11th chapter and we'll start from next week onward, 12th chapter. So any questions anybody has before we adjourn? Was it meaningful discussion? Good discussion for
Yes,
us?
Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you very much for clarifying lots of doubts, Prabhu.
Prabhu, one question I have since Lord Shiva's name is mentioned here, are they, is the reference to Mohini from the milk churning ocean?
Yeah, I mean, at some point, Lord Shiva was also captivated, right, by beauty of Mohini.
Yeah.
So, yes, this is referring to that incident. Also, Lord Brahma was chasing his daughter, Vak.
Yeah.
But Krishna's attraction to women are indicated here as a transcendental attachment, which is basically reciprocation of Krishna's love towards the mood of the devotee. An example is given that Nand Maharaj and Mother Yashoda can bind Krishna. Now, how Krishna will be bound by anybody else? So that's a perfect example of how Krishna, get fully controlled by his devotee.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you so much. Narek Prabhu, anything you have to add?
It's all is clear.
Do you have to add anything? What I said, because you know a lot about Lord Shiva.
Yeah, Lord Shiva. So one thing is there any Shastra that is given that Mohini and Mohini Avatar and Shiva combination
Yeah, in Bhagavatam.
became
Yeah, it is in
Ayyappa?
Bhagavatam. It's also said that the Lord Ayappa is the product of that. And there was one more mentioned. I think one more Devata was mentioned. As far as I remember.
Is there any reference for that?
I mean, I've
Bhagavatam
read
talks
it.
about it, bro.
Hmm.
Seventh or eighth canto talks about it. I don't know.
Okay.
The pastime of Manthan of Manthan by Mandara Hill is mentioned. There it mentioned.
This question was asked to me by one of the persons in my Gita class. That is Ayappa an avatar of Vishnu? Because is he like Buddha, or like people have now conceptions of all that everybody is an avatar. So I think. So I had to dig in a little bit, to really find the answer.
Yeah.
And this, yeah. So
the problem comes, as I have understood. Problem comes when one starts seeing Shiva different than Krishna
yes,
or Vishnu. But Bhagavatam says that Shiva, like Sada Shiva, is Vishnu.
yes, yeah.
So he's
Bhagavatam says that the Trimurti concept is because of the Vishnu, because these are the extensions of Vishnu, Shiva and Brahma. So I think
right. So they are. He's not separate entity, or his
exactly.
interest is not basically, or he is not rivalry, you can say, or competing against Vishnu. This is how we perceive. So when that type of questions are being asked to me, first thing I try to basically express and tell that please don't see Shiva as a separate separate individual who is separate from Vishnu.
Yes.
Because the offenses, it is also offense to consider Lord Shiva
Yes.
or Lord Vishnu to be equal or independent of the
Lord Vishnu.
Yeah, maybe
or
Ashok
Krishna.
Prabhu, you can give this example of Markandeya Rishi also.
Yes.
Markandeya, so at the age of 12, he has to pass away. At that time, he is holding the Shiva's Shiva's linga, the Alingan, and then it is there in Orissa near Puri. I have seen that.
Yeah.
So then from that the break happens in the linga, And Shiva comes and he wanted whatever he wanted. He said, it is the duty of Vishnu. He can give you that to live for long time. Then he comes. Then Vishnu has come and gave the boon to Markandeya Rishi.
Yeah.
So they have that understanding. So they have Shiva is nothing but Vishnu avatar also there. That we have to sell that. Because Vishnu Shiva, if you have any material aspects are there, he will give it immediately.
Yeah.
But if any kind of spiritual or some kind of this thing, so Vishnu is the one, he can give that. He can take the guidance from Vishnu and he will provide that.
Mm.
In Puri, I have seen that. So that Shiva statue broken, the linga broken.
Oh.
It is there.
So in
Near
Puri, right, Prabhu?
Yes, Puri, yes.
You were talking about the past time where Markandeya,
Yes.
hold the linga of Shiva.
Yes.
Oh, because Yamraj was trying to take him. That the past time?
Yes.
Oh, Hari Bol. Okay. I didn't know that. So next time when I go, I'll try to have the darshan.
Yeah, it is there, Prabhu.
Jai.
There is one kind of a lake, Markandeya lake or something like that, and some small temple also they put it there. So they'll explain it to you. If you want to say, it's nearby walkable distance also from Jagannath.
Oh, so is it Puri itself?
Yes.
Jagannath Puri.
Yes.
Jai. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Mhm.
वंशकल्पातरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैवश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः समल भक्तवृंद की जय. Daya Sindhu Mataji had other class, so she left sharply at 8:30. So she'll be doing like that. But thank you so much for your association,
Thank you.
Prabhu. Dhanavad Pranam, Hare Krishna. Thank you so
Hare
much.
Hare
Hare Krishna.